Super Mario Maker is a stunning game. There are so many unique and different interactions between the different obstacles that it's possible to create really complicated contraptions. Today we're going to test the limits of Mario Maker by trying to create turn-based combat systems. We're going to take a look on a fighting system with an attack option, a defense option, a special attack, which is only available after the third turn, and an use item option. We're going to take a look on a turn-based combat prototype that doesn't require room transitions, and we're going to take a look at a turn-based combat system where Mario gets a reward after each fight, which is dependent on how good our plumber fought before and can then be spent at the shop. So you ready? Let's do this! So here's our first combat design. Mario has to fight against this terrifying Spiny. This room is the action command room and Mario will end up here after each turn. He has the option to attack, to use a currently blocked special attack, to defend himself and to use an item. It looks like Mario wants to play it safe and to start with the item command. The item command leads our plumber to a small minigame. There is a mushroom and a fire flower bouncing around. Mario really would like to eat both of them, but he only has one chance to make them reachable. Triggering this skeleton roller coaster at the right time grants him the items, though getting the mushroom is much easier than getting the fire flower. The fighting works in turns. It's always Mario's action first, followed by the action of the terrifying Spiny. The Spiny attacks Mario by shooting ouching spikes towards him. Mario has to survive here for a couple of seconds until the power block timer expires and opens up the path back to the action command room. Mario survived the first turn and he was even able to get a mushroom. What an amazing first turn! Now it's time to attack. Attacking is a small minigame as well. The brick blocks at the bottom are the Spiny's health. It looks like the Spiny has 9 HP. Mario attacks by jumping towards this note block. There is a bullet blaster shooting dangerous shellmets, and if Mario times his jumping carefully, he's able to push these damaging shellmets upwards, which causes them to deal 1 damage. Mario has to try to get as many hits in as possible before a timer expires and ends Mario's attack phase. Then the Spiny attacks once again. The Spiny attacks always using the same pattern in this idea, but it should be possible to give the Spiny different attacks by adding a blooper randomizer in between the end of Mario's turn and the start of the Spiny's turn. Next, Mario decides to use the defend command. The defense command skips Mario's action, but the attack of the Spiny is way less dangerous. This would be a completely useless option if it wasn't for the special attack, which gets activated after the third turn. This was the third turn, so the special attack command is now available. We'll use a similar counting system for the third idea in this video, and I'll explain there how this works. The special attack grants Mario a helmet and is guaranteed to deal 3 damage to the Spiny. Mario bounces this Muncher bullet blaster contraption on his head here, and if he bounces really well and is lucky, he's able to get a 4th hit in. So the special attack grants Mario a shellmet and is guaranteed to deal 3 damage, which is pretty strong. Sadly for Mario, the special attack isn't able to kill the Spiny, which is either a really cool feature or a bug in the system because I ran out of space. Okay, so now the fight continues, until either the Spiny runs out of health or Mario dies. If Mario takes damage, he can always play the item minigame again and regain a power-up. And he has always the choice between the non-lethal but strong special attack or the basic attack. After a while, our plumber is finally able to get the last hit in and to win the first idea of the day. Hooray! I won't go into detail how everything works exactly for this idea because there are tons of systems in place and explaining all of them would take forever. If you're interested in how everything works exactly, you can find the level ID to the stage in the description and check it out. Okay, so next up is a prototype for a turn-based combat without room transitions. Mario has to fight against this dead Drybone. Our plumber is able to attack by using the Shellmet launcher to his left. Once a Shellmet hit the dead Kooper, the Drybone attacks by dropping another Drybone into the arena. Mario is able to defeat this Drybone and he has a short break as the Drybone will only attack after Mario attacked. The whole system works because of the really cool Muncher Boo contraption to the right. Bullet blasters won't shoot while a Muncher is in front of them, but they will shoot if a Boo is in front of them. Something similar is true for shells. Shells can't pass through Munchers, but they can pass through a Boo. So in this system, Mario's attacks trigger a power block, which kills the Muncher at the bottom of this tower, and block Mario's attacks, but allow the Koopa to attack. The Drybone's attacks trigger a power block as well, which blocks the bullet build that attacks but enables Mario's attacks again. Once Mario got his third hit in, another bullet blaster appears, which kills the dry bone and allows Mario to leave this area. And now let's take a look on a fighting system featuring experience points. Here Mario has to fight against the horrible chain chomp. The chain chomp attacks first and his attack is pretty easy to avoid for Mario. Actually, it may be a little bit too easy to avoid. So here's the thing, I uploaded this course as well and I tried to make the fight really easy so that everyone can take a look at the system without dying over and over. Though I have to admit, this might be a little bit too easy. Anyway, once Mario survived the dangerous chain chomp attack, he's transported into this loading area. Here a counter counts how many turns it takes our plumber to defeat this incredibly dangerous chain chomp. Afterwards, it's Mario's turn. Mario attacks by jumping towards these question blocks. If he jumps at the right moment, the Shellmet attacks the chain chomp and deals 1 damage to him. It takes 3 hits to kill the chain chomp, so it's possible to kill it in only 1 turn, but Mario only got 1 hit in. 2 Marios left are 2 exit pipes, but one of them is currently blocked. The pipe which Mario took him back to the horrific chain chomp attack minigame. After surviving this really dangerous attack, Mario enters the counting screen once again, before he is able to attack the chain chomp. Now, Mario gets the last 2 hits in, which kills the chain chomp, triggers a power block and opens up the other exit pipe. Now it's time for Mario to get his reward. This time he ends up on the other side of the counting screen. Okay, so there are 3 keys. Keys are the currency in this level, but sadly for Mario he's only able to collect 2 of them, as one of the keys is blocked by a muncher. This is because it took Mario 2 turns to defeat the dangerous chain chomp. If Mario defeated the creature in only 1 turn, he would have been rewarded with all 3 keys, but if it took him even more turns, he would only be rewarded with a single key. This is the shop and Mario is now allowed to spend all his keys for delicious power-ups. If Mario wants to get the Shellmet or the mushroom, he has to spend 1 key on each of them. If he wants to eat the fire flower, he has to pay 2 keys in order to get it. Now, Mario is able to enter the next turn-based fight in this idea, but this time he's not only sated, but empowered as well. But before we take a look on the second fight, let's quickly talk about the counter contraption. Here we have a muncher on tracks, a bob-omb and 4 blocks. As soon as this idea starts, the muncher runs into the bob-omb and forces him to explode, which destroys the first block. On top of this block, a bob-omb was placed, who is now able to spawn as the blocking block is gone. This bob-omb explodes as well, destroying the second block. Once the room is loaded again, the bob-omb destroys the 3rd block and then the 4th one. Because of this, the game is able to remember how often Mario entered this room. The turn counter in the first idea worked in a similar way. If the last 2 blocks are destroyed, the munchers drop down and make it impossible for Mario to get the keys. And now let's take a look on the second fight. The second fight is a fight against the Magic Koopa. During the Magic Koopa's turn, Mario is attacked by tons of magic missiles, which are shot by stacked Magic Koopas on tracks. Luckily, Mario is not only big, but has a helmet as well, because this fight is arguably tougher than the first one against the chain chomp. During Mario's turn, he has to shoot Shellmets at the Magic Koopa again, but this time the helmets are shot by Red Bullet Blaster, which makes it way harder to hit them. Then the Magic Koopa attacks again, and so on, until Mario finally wins. Or dies. Thanks for watching this little video, I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to leave me a thumbs up, and maybe you feel especially turn-based today and want to hit the subscribe button as well. I hope you have a wonderful day and to see you soon. Goodbye!